Bill Hemmer just went behind the billboard, and I kind of was going to call him out there.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
So they're saying that Harris people are looking at Erie County, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was looking at it too. One thing to keep in mind here as we look at this data here is you got to remember how they count the votes, right? You know, they start processing at 7 a.m. this morning. All that's mail-in stuff too. And that's the vote that's put out first. And so I want to do something funky and fancy here, guys, so just bear with me, because I'm going to try and find Pennsylvania in 2020, okay? This is important. It's important for us to understand. It's important for our analysts to know, understand. It's important for the audience to understand at home. This is 4 years ago in Pennsylvania, okay? This is just a 24-hour span from November 3rd into November 4th, from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. the following day. And the vote count that came in here, right, it's heavily blue, well over 70%. And then around 11 p.m., you get across the line, and that's where the Republican vote started coming in for Trump. Then you went well past midnight, and Trump maintained his margin for almost the entire day on Wednesday. And then if you went further off this map, you see where eventually the bars there cross the other way for Joe Biden, okay? So with that in mind, okay, we're going to show you Pennsylvania, and we'll try and digest all this together now. I haven't looked here in some time. You only have a quarter of the vote in now, okay? So at least 75% is still out. And you see a lot of blue in the areas where Kamala Harris needs to do well, namely Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, and namely Philadelphia and what they call the collar counties around Philadelphia. But the argument for this hour is that there's a strong Democratic vote in that batch that's now been counted, okay? There's 2 counties in Pennsylvania that you watch because they are bellwethers and they are flippers too, okay? One is Erie along the border here with New Jersey. One is Erie up there in Lake Erie. This is Northampton here in the east, okay? Northampton is one of these counties that flipped last time around, all right? Kamala Harris with a lead with 27% of the vote reporting there in Northampton. The other one is Erie that I mentioned a moment ago, okay? This is up on the lakefront here, all right? I don't know why we're getting 0% in, because there is some of this vote that may lend itself to some of the confusion with the early vote being tabulated from the mail. I don't know. I can't vouch for that. I'm not sure what's going on there. We're going to watch the less than 0.5%. Yeah, that's right. So it's like 0.5% of the votes now being tabulated. That's why we can't get to 1% there in Erie County. But in all likelihood, you're going to see the T's start to form here in Pennsylvania. And the T is going to be all red. And we're going to see what happens on, both sides of the state, and they're going to be blue. The question is, how blue will they be? So we'll watch that here. You guys didn't mention Virginia. We'll just pop on down here because it seems like there's a pretty good race going on right now, all right? Trump has just upped his margin here, all right? So he's got about a 2-point lead statewide. Too soon to call, I should say, with more than half of the vote in. Here is where you need to look, all right? This is Washington, D.C. This is Fairfax County, #1 populated county in all of 133. There's 40% of the vote that has not yet been tabulated into this, okay?
Biden, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, what's that?
Where was it for Biden? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I sure will. So a lot of that 40% outstanding is going to go for Harris, but we just don't know how much in the most populated county, okay? So go back 4 years. This is 2020. This is Joe Biden at 70%. Okay, so Kamala Harris, she has time to make up for that, given the fact that that vote is still out. And I would say, just looking at Georgia a moment ago, Fulton County looks to be somewhat similar. And the reason is, I'm going to explain this to you, okay? Fulton County is the most populated county in the state of Georgia. You're going to get a lot of Democratic votes from out there, all right? She's up by 46 points, all right? Pretty good margin, 202,000 raw votes, okay? So 4 years ago with Joe Biden, he won the county with 242. His margin on a percentage basis was a bit higher, about 2 points, but 242,000 in a state 4 years ago. Sorry, excuse me. I apologize. Let's go statewide here. In a state that was determined by 11,779. Let me go to my cheat sheet here, guys, all right? I can do something that's a little ugly, but for the sake of the audience at home and for our knowledge too, this was Georgia in 2020. Wow, look at this. Okay, again, we've taken a 24-hour period from 4 years ago. Blue is the Democratic vote, obviously red is the Republican vote. And you see all this, you know, at 7 o'clock, boy, it was all over the place, okay? And then in the 8 o'clock hour, Trump easily took a lead there. And then the margins started to close overnight around 3 a.m. The lines moved and they moved and they moved for several days until finally we reached that margin of 12,000 votes separating Biden from Trump in the Peach State. So
but the difference would be that was the COVID election, and that was a lot of mail-in vote, right. And that was not the same early vote for Republicans, right?
Yeah, I would argue you're right about that in Georgia. I think the important thing to keep in mind is how states report it. Yeah. And Pennsylvania is a really good example here where you're going to get a heavy blue, some would argue mirage in the beginning, and we'll see whether or not that mirage is real throughout the night, and maybe even into tomorrow.
Bill?
Yes.
Broadly speaking, there'll be some exceptions to this. Does it appear to you that she is underperforming Biden nearly everywhere?
It's a great question, Britt. This is just anecdotal. I answered the best way I can. I've been poking around all over this map. I can find some good news for her by a point here, a point there. I can find a lot of good news for him, a point here and a point there. But it seems where the areas where she is gaining the most is where the votes are. And the areas where he's gaining the most is the area that he targeted, and that's the rural area. Whether or not you can extrapolate that over a place like Hall County, 72%, right? Banks County, 89%. Now, the problem for him is that that's 94 out of 159. But I can move along the northern border of Georgia. And, you know, it's just, yeah, it's dominating. Well, 81.
How does it compare to 2020?
I'll show you that next here. Look at that. I mean, that's 86. Now, 2020, in the same counties, I'll go in reverse, all right? 84, still impressive, right? 81.
And what is it now?
82 right now. So this is Fannin County. There's about 14,000 votes in that county alone. 14,000, okay? Now, if you take that and extrapolate over 159 counties, it can certainly add up. So to answer your question, Britt, 4 years ago, Fannin County was 82, and this year he's at 80. Still 25% of the votes still out, so he's got a chance to do a point or two better. But right now, he's not meeting the number that he hit in that rural county 4 years ago.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.